coming to you from deep inside the bowels of a great big empty. Get ready for another episode of The Home Defense Show with Skip Coryell.
Okay, folks, welcome to the Home Defense Show. This is your host, Skip Coryell. Today I am in my Mobile Defense Command post, not my Dodge Ram, but my fifth wheel. Okay, I'm getting ready for my vacation. I'm taking the family down south, someplace a little bit warmer, and we're going to head down. We're going to check out Missouri, Arkansas, maybe a little bit of Texas, because what I'm discovering, there's only so much of Michigan I can take right now. The growing lack of freedom here is really getting on my nerves. We've been locked down for a year under the thumb of a tyrant, AKA our governor, okay? But hey, I just need to get away, so we're going to take off. But I promise to come back. Well, promise is a strong word. I'll probably come back. But hey, I didn't want to talk about politics today. I want to talk about civilian combat, okay? This is the book by yours truly, Skip Coryell. The last chapter in that book is called When Gunfighters Get Old. And I qualify for that. So, I remember writing this. I was in Oregon, Newport, Oregon, when I wrote this last chapter. And I did not want to write this chapter at all. But, I want to talk about some of the challenges that us old people have as we get older. It's kind of frustrating, but it's inevitable. The alternative to getting old is to die, because you don't stay the same age, ever. So let's talk about some of the things when it comes to getting old. And I think we're going to do a series on this, and we're just going to deal with different things, different aspects of aging and personal defense throughout the series. But we're going to start out. I'm just going to read you, a little bit here, the opening chapter here. Chapter 14, When Gunfighters Get Old. About 7 months ago from the date of this writing, okay, and I wrote this like 4 years ago, okay, I squatted down to pick up a 50-pound bag of chicken feed. I bent my knees so I wouldn't hurt my back, and I lifted the bag and threw it up onto my right shoulder. I felt something weird give way near my left hip, and then excruciating pain. I remember this pain. Oh gosh, it must have been like childbirth. Okay, you ladies can argue with me about that, but man, it was really, really bad. I pushed the sack of feed off my shoulder and let it drop on the ground. I quickly followed it to the grass. I couldn't stand, so I had to slowly crawl my way back into the house. That was the moment in my life when I began to feel my age. I was 58 years old, and today I am 63. My day today, what did I do? I went to the chiropractor. Young people don't go to the chiropractor. Old people go to the chiropractor. So what am I doing at the chiropractor? Well, something happened. I became old. It just kind of snuck up on me, right? I'm not a 20-year-old Marine anymore. I wish I was, but I'm not. So some of the things that happen to you, obviously, you get hurt, right? I mean, my back right now is probably the weakest part of my body. It's always being re-injured. And when your back hurts, it's like the frame on a car, or the frame on a gun. Everything is attached to the frame. If the frame is bad on your gun, the whole gun is bad, right? So you got to do your best to keep that frame from rusting out. But, you know, as it turns out, I had a ruptured disc. So it was like a year they messed around with it, making me go through all kinds of stuff. And then finally they gave me the surgery, you know, to fix that. But even after they fix it, it's not the same. It's never the same. Once your back goes bad, it's with you for life. It's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year round. So I know a lot of you are in the same boat that I am, or a similar boat. You got a bad back, you got bad knees, you got bad hips. You know, there's all kinds of things that happen as you age. All of those, I mean, even now, I have trouble sitting. I have to sit, stand, you know, things like that. And it's affected by the weather. But when your back goes bad, or your knees, or your hips, that fight or flight mechanism, you can't fight anymore. You can't flee. You can't run away because you're being attacked. According to FBI crime stats, the person most likely to physically attack you is a male between the ages of 15 and 35. What does that mean? That means that he's in the prime of his life. And you're not. Okay? I am not in the prime of my life. I was in the prime of my life 40 years ago. Okay? But that's gone. Okay? It's a distant memory that I can't even remember. So, you know, what I tell my young students is I say, listen, guys, stay in shape. It's easier to stay in shape than it is to get back in shape once you're already out of shape. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to go ahead and, you know, right now you're 20 years old and you're feeling cocky, 10 feet tall and bulletproof. And, you know, I'm okay with that. Okay. But it's not always going to be that way. You know, you're going to hit 30 years old or maybe later. It's different for everybody. Your metabolism is going to slow down. Once your metabolism slows down, what does that mean? It means, well, you've started to die. For some people, it starts at 25, some at 30, some 35, some 40. But it's going to happen. At one point in your life, it's going to happen. And then all those mocha frappuccinos that you drank, those Mountain Dews that you drank over the course of an entire lifetime, they will come back to haunt you. Okay? And they'll come back with a vengeance. You don't gain 50 pounds in a month. You gain 1/10 of an ounce a week. But over 20 years, over a 20-year period, that has an accumulative effect, right? You know, you're going to go ahead and you're going to graduate from college, you're in great shape, you're still active just for fun. But then you're going to meet a pretty young thing and you're going to fall in love with her, you're going to marry her, and you're going to get this job at a desk. And you're going to work 40 hours a week, right? And then she's going to have a baby. And you go, oh, such a cute little baby, right? Well, what does that cute little baby mean? It means that now you're working 50 hours a week to support the new baby. And then she's going to pop out a few more puppies. And now you're working 60, 70 hours a week. You're sitting at the computer all day long, 12 hours a day, drinking mocha frappuccinos, Mountain Dew, eating Doritos, and then lo and behold, now you're 40. You're exhausted all the time. You can't work out. You don't have time to work out. You have time to work and sleep, okay? And then you get up in the morning, 5 a.m., you walk in, you drag yourself into the bathroom, into the hot shower, because the water is the only thing that wakes you up, okay? And the mocha frappuccino. And you take your shower, you get out of the shower, and then you turn and you look into the mirror. And you go, who the hell is that? And what are you doing in my bathroom? It's you, okay? At this point, you look a lot like your dad or maybe your grandpa. Okay, so it sneaks up on you. To you young guys, stay in shape. It's best to probably to do it at the beginning of the day, because at the end of the day, you don't have energy. It's all gone. Okay, and there's no time. So even if it's 15 minutes a day, go out, run a mile, but do it every single day. For you old farts like me, back off on the Frappuccino, back off on the Mountain Dew, all the sugary stuff. Sugar is an addiction. It really, really is. And it will take you down to Chinatown. Okay, so stay away from that. Cut it in half. You're already out of shape. Maybe you're 50 pounds overweight, maybe even only 20, but it's still extra weight that doesn't do anything for you. And I'm in that boat too. If I lost 20 pounds, I'd be in really good shape right now. But it's easier said than done. Losing that weight is really, really hard. Okay, so you gotta take the long-term approach to it. You know, I've made the mistake of saying, okay, like the Marine Corps approach. I'm just gonna make myself hurt. I have this saying, pain is just weakness leaving the body. Well, it hurts really, really bad when it's leaving the body. But if you overdo it, you can hurt yourself really, really bad. And I've done that before. So you got to be careful. You have to be careful when you're older, you're out of shape. Start out really small. Start out small. Maybe you're only doing, 10 push-ups a day or some crunches. Or if you're working out with weights, light weight. Okay? More reps, farther apart. Maybe you can't run. Maybe you're so overweight that you can't run. Then walk. Man, I pass a lady near my home every day. And this woman, she must weigh close to 400 pounds. But she is out there walking every single day. And I got to tell you, I respect that woman. The pain that she's going through to do that every single day. And I've watched her route. I bet she goes 2 miles. Some of us have slower metabolism than others, which means you got to eat less and exercise more. It sucks, but that's the way that it is. Slowly, gradually get back in shape. Because when it comes to personal defense, a fit, healthy person is harder to kill. You'll be able to fight longer, stay alive longer, fight your way to your gun so that you can do your job, take out the trash, and go home to survive with your family. Because number one job, every night I go home to my family. All right? Number 2 job is stay out of prison. Okay? So make good calls. But hey, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Next week we'll talk about some other aspect of getting old. Maybe bad eyesight, bad hearing, all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of things that happen as you age. So concealed carry as you age is what we're going to be talking about for the next couple of weeks. All right. Before you just take off running, go ahead and check out our sponsors. Hey, Center Shot Indoor Gun Range, where it's always a perfect 70 degrees. Go out there and pick up some ammo. I know they have 9mm there, so check that out. And then check out United States Concealed Carry Association, Self-Defense Shield. They have a lot of training that's available that you can do right on the computer. Okay, so check out both of our sponsors. And go to Amazon.com, Civilian Combat. Audiobook, Kindle, and paperback. All right, I'm going to go work out, and then I have an interview with Mark Walters from Armed American Radio. You can catch that on his Daily Defense. Just go to armedamericanradio.org, and you should be able to catch the interview that we're doing with Mark. And it's all about, the mass shooting down there in Atlanta. I'll give you my opinion on that. And then we'll talk about some gun control, and we got some real challenges coming up. So if you want the political end of it, armedamericanradio.org. All right, this is Skip Coryell at Home Defense Show. We will see you next week. Until then, hey, get out there, get back in shape, carry your gun every single day. God bless. See you next week.
Thank you for joining us this week on the Home Defense Show. Now, get out there and protect the ones you love. We'll see you next week with more of the best in home defense.
Bye-bye, boys!
Have fun storming the castle!